Well, the images and stories emerging from Operation Metro Surge in Minneapolis are starting to change voters' opinions on the White House's handling of immigration enforcement overall, according to recent polls. Raya Katene joins us with more on what we're seeing now. Raya?
Julie, this notable change in tone from the Trump administration over the past couple of days comes as polling shows approval ratings for the president on immigration are the lowest they've been since his return to the White House.
The American people are seeing what's happening in real time because it's on everybody's cell phone cameras.
Most Americans do not approve of the way President Donald Trump and his White House are handling immigration. That's according to this poll published this week by Reuters and Ipsos, revealing that most Americans think the ICE crackdown has gone too far.
You could enforce all of the immigration laws on the books without doing it the way ICE and the Border Patrol have done it. And I think that's what Americans are responding to. They're seeing the people of Minnesota just under siege and imagining that could happen in their hometown next.
Ryan McClung is a political analyst and former staffer for Republican Governor Tim Pawlenty. He says while the majority of Americans who voted for Trump are in favor of a strong southern border and deporting people who've committed violent crimes, they do not support such aggressive tactics by federal agents.
Ultimately, it's not really a question of whether or not you think immigration laws should be enforced. It's really how they've gone about it and how some of these top leaders have lied to the American public in the aftermath of these shootings.
The Trump administration is struggling with a credibility gap.
Political science professor Larry Jacobs says while most Americans disapprove of Trump's immigration policy, it's not exactly clear what they'd like to see instead.
When it comes to issues like abolishing ICE, which is getting a lot of attention in Washington, the public is a bit split.
With the midterm elections still 10 months away and the governor's seat up for grabs, both McClung and Jacobs say Republicans will have to shift focus onto issues like fraud and try to regain the public's trust.
Republicans need to speak out, even if it's difficult, even if it puts them at odds with President Trump, because Minnesotans respect authenticity.
So a big question right now is, will this softer tone from the administration and a change in federal leadership here on the ground in Minneapolis actually make a difference for voters? McClung and Jacobs say only time will tell. Julie.
All right. Thank you, Raya.